and if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Nicole. I'm a Pilates instructor, a personal trainer, and a pregnancy and postpartum corrective exercise specialist. Today I have a quick side-lying breathwork video for you. This side-lying breathwork is great to do anytime postpartum, but especially in those early postpartum weeks when you're starting to ease back into movement. Because we're in a restorative, safe position where we don't load the front of our abs, side-lying breathwork is safe to start doing pretty much right away. Breathwork is step number one in rebuilding core strength, so this is a great place to start. Now, the goal of this video is to walk you through the setup for side-lying breathing, bring some things to your attention, things to look for, give you some options for troubleshooting, and then once you go through the video the first time, you can do this on your own whenever. You can get into the position that works for you with the props that work for you. You can put a timer on for 2 or 3 minutes each side. I don't expect you to go through this video every time you do side-lying breath work. However, I would love the views, so feel free to do that. But what you are going to need are 2 small pillows or like a rolled towel. So I just have one of each to show you. If you're going to do a rolled towel, you would just fold it and then roll it into a cylinder like this. We want one for under our head, one for under our waist. So mirroring me, let's start by laying down on our left side. So I'm going to have one under my waist, and then the other pillow, I'm just going to rest my head on it, bottom arm reaching forward, so I am in this very supportive, relaxed position. Now, if this is the first thing you are doing postpartum, definitely want you to have this pillow or towel under your waist for support. It's just going to help us get ribcage expansion up top. But as you go, this isn't necessary. You may find that you can get the expansion without it, okay? But keep one under your head. Now, I want you to take your top right hand and I want you to bring it onto your lower rib cage with your thumb on the back of your lower ribs, and then your fingers are going to wrap around. And it's like lower ribs and then the space between your hip bone and ribs. When we start this breath work, we're going to start by focusing on the inhale through our nose. So it's a slow inhale through our nose, and I want you to think of directing your breath down into your rib cage, expanding the rib cage into your hand. And the exhale, just release it. Just let it go. Inhale through the nose. Try to get that expansion into your hand. And for the exhale to start, we're just releasing it. It's not forceful. Just let the air out. Inhale, focus to start. Keep breathing like this. Now, if you're not feeling any expansion into your hand, again, make sure you have the support under your waist if you don't already. I also want you to notice, as you inhale, are you hiking your shoulder up to your ear? We want to stay relaxed through the shoulder. So send the breath down into your rib cage. Now on this next breath, I want you to particularly pay attention to your thumb. Are you feeling the ribs expand into your thumb, this back expansion? If you're not getting any expansion into your back, I want you to try a slight body position change. I want you to kind of curl yourself into a ball, all right, so that we're rounded a little bit through the spine. So picture you're rounding over a ball like this. And now try the breath here. And notice, in this curved position, do you get more expansion into your back? If so, if this helps, then I want you to stay in this curved position. And just focusing on the inhale. And letting it go. Now continue to breathe like this. Early postpartum, I would want you to just focus on the inhale. When we exhale, we recruit the abdominals, and we just want to be mindful that when we do start to focus on the exhale, we're not creating pressure down on our pelvic floor. Now, if you're ready to incorporate the exhale focus as well, I'm going to walk you through that. But if you are freshly postpartum, just stick with the inhale focus, okay? But the inhale will be through the nose. Get that rib cage expansion, relax through the shoulder. Now we exhale slowly out through the mouth. Start by lifting the pelvic floor. So you're going to exhale slowly out through the mouth. Think a little lift of the pelvic floor like a gentle Kegel. And then once you have the pelvic floor engaged, then think ribs move gently in and down as you gently brace through this lower abdominal wall. Inhale through the nose, relax the pelvic floor. Try to get that rib cage expansion into your hand. Exhale slowly out through the mouth. First, lift through the pelvic floor, then we can feel that brace of the abdominal wall and the ribs can move in and down. Keep going like that. The reason I'm having you focus on the lift of the pelvic floor as the first thing you do on the exhale is because we don't want to get the rib cage moving at the cost of our pelvic floor. Okay, so we don't want to send pressure down. We think of exhaling from the bottom up. So empty your diaphragm of air from the bottom, from your pelvic floor, up. A few more breaths here. If you are noticing pressure down on your pelvic floor on the exhale, go back to our initial inhale focused breathing. Last breath. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to use your hand for support to press yourself up, and we're going to flip it over. So the setup that worked for us best on the first side, we're going to come into that on this side as well. Keep in mind that the bigger the support under your waist is, the easier it is going to be to get top expansion into this rib cage. You don't want it so big that you're in like a rounded position like this, but I'll use my towel because it's a little bigger than my pillow just to demonstrate on this side. So under the waist, and then rest our head down, and that bottom arm can reach long. We can start in a straight line unless you know that coming into that curved C shape works best for you. If you are coming into that curved C shape, don't just pull the knees and bring your head forward. Really make sure you're rounding through the spine, okay? And then do it from there. Okay, so we're going to take our top left hand on the lower ribs so that the fingers are on the bottom ribs, the pinky's kind of in the space between your ribs and hips, and your thumb is on the back of the rib cage. We start with just the inhale focus. In through the nose, expand the rib cage. So fill the rib cage up with breath. And then the exhale, we just release it. It's just a gentle let it go. Inhale, notice on the inhale, are you pulling your shoulder up to your ear? We don't want any tension there, so relax it down there. And you may notice differences between the sides. So are you feeling that back expansion into your thumb? If you're not on this side, come into that curved shape, see if that helps. Maybe you didn't need the support under your waist on the first side, but you're not feeling any expansion on this side, so you try a rolled towel under the waist on this side. Now, if you are newly postpartum, or if when you add in that intentional exhale, you feel pressure down on your pelvic floor, I just want you to stay here, inhale focus the whole time, just releasing on the exhale. If you are ready to kind of open up that line of communication with your deep core and pelvic floor though, we will add in the exhale. So the inhales through the nose, expand the rib cage, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale slowly out through the mouth like you're blowing out a birthday candle, very slowly. First step, lift of the pelvic floor like a gentle Kegel. We feel a little brace of that lower abdominal wall. The ribs move gently in and down. We're not crunching, okay? So it isn't a quick, tight contraction of any of the muscles. It's a gradual, gentle squeeze, okay? When we inhale, we send the breath down. As we exhale, we empty from the bottom up. First engage through the pelvic floor, abdominal wall, then the ribs move. It's important to get the ribs moving in and down, but we don't want to do it at the cost of our pelvic floor. So we only do that press down if we can do so without pushing pressure down on that pelvic floor. A few more breaths here. Last breath here. And then using your arms for support, you're going to press yourself up to seated. Okay, so awesome job. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments section. Again, the intention of this video isn't for you to follow it every single time you want to do side lying breathing. I wanted to be meticulous in going through how to do it properly and some options in case certain things aren't working and you need to make a little tweak in body position. Once you're comfortable with it, then you can just set a timer for 2-3 minutes either side, and this is something you can do daily if you want, whenever you want postpartum. It is safe to do. All right, thanks for moving with me today, or breathing with me today, I should say, and I'll see you next time.